Hello, my name is Erica, and I'm the Dyslexic Trekkie. Before I get started, I'd like to say thank you to everyone who's commented in the last few videos and to the new subscribers. I'm getting close to meeting my first goal of 100 subscribers. When I reach it, Ensign Bradbury has something special planned for everyone. Until then, let's get started. I strongly debated on adding Cold Fire to the Janeway Analyzed series. This is, again, a Kes-centric story. Captain Janeway isn't really in it much, but it brings something in the story of Voyager to a close. We learn in the premiere that the caretaker had a mate. One of the hopes was to find her and see if she would help get them home. After 10 months, the corpse of the caretaker has begun to react to something. Kes has been working to improve her telepathy with Tuvok, but we see her real potential in Cold Fire. We see a Kampa off the homeworld being tended to by the female caretaker. One shows Kes what they've learned about their powers, and slowly we learn things aren't so nice. Eventually we learn the female caretaker can't send them home, and moreover blames Voyager for her mate's death. Eventually Captain Janeway gets her to believe Voyager didn't kill the male caretaker, but she still won't send them home. The episode starts with Tuvok and Kes in one of their training sessions. I really want to analyze both Kes and Tuvok eventually. Both have important story arcs. Unfortunately, they're not the subject of the video. However, the caretaker's corpse is. I understand they kept it around because they hoped they could learn something from it, but keeping it in a drawer in sickbay seems a bit callous. Not sure where else they could keep it. You ever have that moment when your car makes a rattle, but you can't get it to make it in front of the mechanic? I kind of feel like that's what's going on with the rock. But when it does, the crew gets into action. It's another poignant moment. Here we are, with the crew, hoping there's a way home, and we all know how it's going to end. Tuvok has to think of the security of the crew, but creating a toxin to debilitate a life has to be taken seriously. How do we know it'll only debilitate it? All we have is one specimen, and it's a 10-month-old corpse. I think her approval is a sign of how these last 10 months have been for them. Making the choice to go along with such a thing shows how vulnerable they've accepted they are. In Federation space, I don't think it'd be allowed. When they reach the station where the Akampa live, you can see the intensity of Janeway's reaction. She does the only thing she can. She asks Kes to talk with a representative who stated they're not wanted. I have to admit, before the Akampa representative said something, I never thought about how Voyager might be seen. His litany of their transgressions is skewed, but honestly, I can't blame them. Voyager is traveling through space with one mission. They try to follow Federation regulations, but their interactions don't go well overall. It's hard to argue against them without any real evidence. She uses Kes to help try and improve relations with the Akampa, and now also has to manage the situation Kes finds herself in. Of course, this is Kes's issue, but Kes has been more of a friend to Captain Janeway than a crew member since the beginning. The two develop something like a mother-daughter relationship, but Janeway is willing to be mentored by Kes when it's relevant. I have to feel for Neelix. He first learns they may have a way to help Kes live longer, something that would mean everything to him. And then she's offered to stay with them. But again, this isn't about Neelix. Janeway is promised to meet with Suspiria, the female caretaker. She has no idea there's another reason. I wonder if it would have made a difference if she had offered to return the body of the caretaker to her, as a way of giving his remains to the next of kin. Instead, they planned the sporicidal agent. The show doesn't say how long they wait to meet Suspiria, but by the time she gets there, it appears to have been quite a while. The caretaker's body starts to sound like a dental drill again, and the ship prepares. Of course, nothing goes as planned, and Janeway has to find out why no one's responding in engineering. It would have been nice if Tuvok had explained things were not okay in engineering, instead of just saying the female caretaker was there, but we need dramatic effect in the show. Janeway expects to negotiate their way home. Suspiria wants to destroy them. Communication can be hard with a non-corporeal life. She tries to explain, but Suspiria has already decided what happened. One can only guess how she came to that conclusion. But once her connection to the realm is hurt, and she's weakened with the weapon, Janeway can finally make it clear they didn't hurt her mate. She leaves without giving them any help. Janeway says she intends on finding her to convince her to help them home, but never does. On the surface, Janeway's part in Coldfire is simply to lead the mission to communicate with the female caretaker. It's a failed attempt to find a way home, but perhaps a step in improving their apparently bad reputation. However, beneath the surface, we see Janeway making choices she'd never make in the Alpha Quadrant, ones she takes only a small pause before agreeing to. It's understandable on one level, but also a sign of how she's changed. Would she have agreed so quickly to make a toxin to debilitate Suspiria in Season 1? I don't think so. Was it necessary? Yes. Was it the only option in that moment? Maybe. But it's still a shift in her thinking. A necessary one for survival. But once down that road, it's hard to come back. Like her willingness to alter the mind of the alien who attacked their dreams, it's a subtle but chilling change. Thank you for watching. If you like this subject, please like, share, and subscribe. If you have any thoughts, feelings, or ideas on this subject, please share in the comments below. Again, my name is Erica, and I'm the Dyslexic Trekkie. Not sure where else they would have kept it. Not sure else where they would keep it. Not sure Airwells? Ray? Really? You can't act all annoyed when I can hear you purring. She has no... Yeah, I likely will.